My name is Tony Adiano. I'm an HQ Division Manager here at SAM Service, as well as a Sofesta Master Technician. And this is the KE2 Therm Temp monitoring system. What this system will allow us to do is remotely monitor all the temperatures in your kitchen where we have one of these sensors. So as you can see, we have a glass door prep cooler and a walk-in cooler and a walk-in freezer. These two are monitoring only. Right now the room temp's 36 degrees in the prep cooler and the walk-in cooler's 41 degrees. What the monitoring one will allow us to do, it'll give you your temperature, your humidity. We can download temp logs. We can pull that up, and then with a timestamp and a room temp temperature, we can see what temperature it was at what time of the day. So if you call and say, my reach-in cooler's been at 45 degrees for the past 3 hours, we can pull up a temp history and see when the actual temp spiked. We can also set these to have high temp alarms. So your temperature alarm right now is for 47 degrees. If it's at 47 or above for 60 minutes, it'll send me an email to let me know that we have reached a high temp alarm for this particular box. At that point, I can give you a phone call and find out what's going on to see if I need to dispatch a technician or if you just had a truck in and the door's propped open. Same with the walk-in cooler right now. All we're doing is monitoring temperature. The walk-in freezer, we've actually got a different system in the freezer. It gives us real-time data. Right now it's telling me the system is off. The room temp is 1 degrees. Coil temp is 3.4 degrees. As you can see, each one of these temperatures is changing. It's real-time data. The compressor relay is on, so the system actually just kicked on. Evaporator fan is on. Defrost is off. If there was a door switch installed, it would tell you open or close. Right now there's not one in there. The superheat, we've got it set to maintain around 6 degrees, and you can see it fluctuating a little bit below, a little bit above. Suction pressure is 19. Suction temperature, -8.5. Saturation temperature, and our EEV valve position. All of these temperatures and pressures give us a good idea of what's going on in your system. If you call me up and say my system's just not acting right, I can pull up this page and I can get a really good idea of what's going on before I send somebody out there. I can remotely control this system. Right now I've got your room temp set at -1, refrigerant, compressor runtime. I can dial in your system from this screen, and I can do this anywhere from my cell phone, from the computer. I can activate a defrost. If you call me up and you tell me my walk-in freezer, the evaporator's frozen solid in the back, I need to get somebody out there, I can come to this screen, go ahead and activate a defrost while somebody's traveling. It may take them an hour, it may take them 3 hours to get to you, depending on where he's coming from, but I can have the system defrosted by the time he gets there. That'll cut down on a whole lot of time while he's on site. It gives us a graph. We can go a week, a month graph. I can grab a certain part, zoom in, and see exactly what this system's been doing. Your green is your room temp, your blue is your coil temp. So as you can see, as far as the room temp goes, it's maintaining temp pretty well. These temp spikes is every time it goes into a defrost. Right now it's only going into about a defrost a day. Your typical mechanical clock goes into 4 defrosts a day, anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes. This one is reading the system, learning the system, and only activating defrost as needed. When a mechanical clock goes into defrost, it turns the heaters on and it heats until it's told not to. So the whole 35 to 45 minutes that it's in defrost, those elements are running. When that coil temp gets too hot, it's going to create steam. The hotter it gets, the longer it takes to get colder when the unit cuts back on. The way that this defrost works is it pulses the heaters. So when it goes call for a defrost, it doesn't just heat full blast. It heats, stops, heat, stops, heat, stops. And what that's going to do, it's going to not allow that coil temp to get too hot. You only need it just above 32 to melt ice. You don't need it to get 60 degrees like what a mechanical clock would do. And it's also going to cut down on your energy bill because you're no longer heating the full 35 to 45 minutes 4 times a day. You're only doing it about once a day, and it's just pulsing the heaters, only as needed, only as needed. So that cuts down on energy. That's also going to cut down on steam in the box, building up moisture. And a lot of boxes that struggle with water beating up on the roof, this is going to cut down on that as well. So all in all, this system is going to cut down on your energy cost, allow your room to maintain a steady temperature more, give us the option to catch a problem before it gets worse. In the middle of the night, say your walk-in freezer goes down and you're at home and you have no idea. We've got it set, this particular box, at a 10-degree high temp alarm for 60 minutes. What that means is if it reaches 10 degrees and stay at 10 or above for 60 minutes or more, it's going to send me an email. At that time, when I get that email, it's going to let me know that, hey, this box has been at the high temp set point for too long, something's wrong. At that point, I can call you and find out if there's an issue. Maybe a truck came, maybe the door's propped open, maybe you guys had a power outage, or maybe worst case scenario, something went wrong with the system that you don't know about, and I can bring it to your attention to let you know. It's like, hey, I see an issue. Do I need to get a technician out there? We all know you guys keep a lot of money in these boxes, and when those boxes go down, you could potentially lose a lot of money. We could stop that before it happens. So this system will allow us to remotely monitor, give us alerts when the high temp alarm has been reached for X amount of time, whatever it's set at, remotely control the walk-in freezer, and possibly save you money in the long run as far as energy cost, as far as product loss because your temperatures were above what you're allowed to keep them at. All in all, it's a good system. Thank you for listening. Once again, my name is Tony Ediano. I'm the HQ Division Manager and a Sofesa Master Technician. Thank you.